Welcome to the OddsShark SuperContest Challenge at OddsShark.com. This is Vegas Matty filling in for Kelly in Vegas, who is on her bye week this week after going 5-0 last week. I'm here with Alcatraz Holdings' very own Dustin Rampy, and we were going to go through just a few questions. He's coming off his first losing week at 2-3. No reason to panic, right, Dustin?
No reason. No reason to panic whatsoever.
Yeah, you're still at what, 28-7. I did the math on this. Basically, you just need to go 3-2 every week, the rest of the week, or the rest of the season to win the contest. So no pressure there either.
No, it's easier said than done.
Now, are you second guessing, like looking at last week's picks? Are you second guessing any of your picks? Or were there some of the other ones that didn't make the cut that might have won? I mean, I know there's some crazy finishes. You know, you had the Texans in that crazy game on Monday night. I mean, can you kind of take us through a brief recap of last week?
That Texans game was crazy. I definitely believe that I was on the correct side on that one. To get beat like that, it's gambling. It happens. I did like Arizona. I did get scared off of that game. I kind of thought that it was a trap with them laying 3. I actually had Arizona at -9.
Oh, wow.
So there was a big difference between the line that I had and the line that the odds makers had put out. I believe that we were using 3.5 in the Hilton contest. Or I still call it the Hilton.
That's fine. A lot of people do.
The Westgate contest. But, you know, with that Pittsburgh game, I would take Houston. I'd be willing to make a wager if they played 8 times or 10 times that Houston would end up beating them 8 out of the 10.
No, you couldn't be. You know, it's funny. I actually turned that game off right before the 3 touchdowns were scored, like in a minute or whatever, and because it was kind of a boring game. So I just changed the channel and watched something else, and I was shocked when I saw the final score.
I turned it off after the 3 touchdowns. I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. Some of these games, I mean, there's only so much you can handicap. You know, you have your power ratings. You have the teams you think are going to hold an edge, but then there's things you just can't control, and it's kind of one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, coming off like a losing week, are you going to change your mindset at all going into this week, or are you kind of just going to keep the same, the same strategy as far as how you've been picking games all season?
I'm going to keep the same strategy. I've already got my eye on a few games. Actually, I believe that I have about 4 that I feel pretty confident with. And then there's still another 4 or so games that I'm looking at here to round out to 5. So I'm still going to continue doing what I'm doing. 28-7, it's not a bad record. And like you had mentioned earlier, with me having to go 3-2, or you could look at it another way. I have 2 more 5-0 weeks. And then I just have to stay 500 the rest of the way out.
No, that's true. That's true. I mean, like you said, it's easier said than done. But you know what? I mean, you're through 7 weeks of the season and you've done a great job. So you just got to keep doing what you're doing. So Dustin, I know you're not a big trends guy, but obviously at OddsShark.com, there's a lot of great information there. You've got the matchups. You've got betting trends, the database for the NFL, where it goes back. You know, you can go back and search and basically create your own trends to help handicap these games. Is there anything that you use from OddsShark that helps you go through your process when you're coming up with your power ratings or just making your picks?
I'd like to take a look at the matchups and kind of go through. I don't put a lot of weight into the trends, but I do look, and there is some value that I add to the selections that I have as far as the trends go. To me, the situational matchups in NFL, vary a little bit more, versus college. As far as the motivational matchups and the revenge matchups and stuff like that. But there is definitely a wealth of information on OddsShark.com, and I definitely take advantage of what's on there that they offer.
I mean, do you look at maybe a statistics or something like that as a tiebreaker if you're making some of your picks? Like if you have one pick that's equal to another, maybe there is a great trend, or especially with divisional games. I think like, you made a great point last week when you talked about the Kansas City Chiefs. You thought they were going to beat the Chargers straight up in that game, and that was a great call. That was one of your winning picks last week. Do you find the information with the divisional matchups, more important than other information?
Yeah, I think the divisional matchups are a little bit more important. Outside of team playing someone outside of the division. So yeah, I do take that into consideration, and then that was that definitely did have something to do with me, taking Kansas City last week.
Cool. Finally, I just wanted to ask you, I know you're not big about superstitions. That's why you're doing these videos. A few people, I saw Dave Tooley's calling you, had talked about, you're not worried about the Tooley hex or anything like that. You're willing to go out there, within the season and talk about your handicapping style and, how you succeed and everything. Now, Kelly has a history of basically jinxing people she's on these videos with. You don't have to worry about her this week because I think she's watching her Broncos right now. But, is there anything that you're worried about revealing too many secrets right now, like, out in the public, or are you just having fun helping others, try to win at betting NFL games?
Trying to help, but she must have had a curse or something on Houston this past week, because that's something that's very, 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 very unusual for a team to score 3 touchdowns in a matter of a few minutes.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I mean, I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. I shouldn't say I've never seen it, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. But we appreciate you coming on, Dustin. Best of luck this week. Let's have a winning week, and make sure to get all of your sports betting information at OddsShark.com. For SuperContest information, make sure to visit my website, footballcontest.com. And again, thanks, Dustin, for coming on. We'll see how Alcatraz Holdings does this week and throughout the rest of the season. Best of luck to you.
All right, thanks, Matty. I appreciate it.